How long is too long to work on the same project? I'm legitimately asking that question, and today we're going to talk about that. It's day 520 in my journey in making a full-length animated movie inside of Blender. I don't know why I decided to write it out like this. I was like, oh, that would be a fun thumbnail, but whatever. And today, guys, the game plan is to continue working on rewriting the script. I have Faden open over here. I'm still working on scene number 3. This is where the theme is stated in the movie, and it's actually pretty important. So we're just gonna jump in, and I'll talk a bit more about how long is too long to work on something, because 520 days is a long time to work on something. At least that's what people tell me. It doesn't feel like that long, honestly, but well, more on that later. And just for some context, guys, this film is like an hour and 46 minutes long. I've been working on it, well, for 520 days, and it's been quite the journey. You can check out my channel if you want to see the journey so far, I guess. I have this idea for scene number 3, and I've been talking about this for the last few days, I feel like. But guys, trust me, today is somehow going to be different. I hope, at least. That's been my struggle. You know, sometimes you just do you keep pushing against the wall, or do you just climb over it and get the wood on the other side and make a ladder that you can get over easier next time? I don't know. It's a good question. I don't know. All right, so what I have set up is a few plot points in the scene that I need to kind of meet before I think the scene is going to be done per se. Right over here, and I'm literally just using Google Docs for this. I don't have nothing fancy, guys. Seriously, it's super simple, but it is very helpful. But it also is kind of limiting in one sense, because it's oh no, I have to hit all these little plot points in one scene. So, how am I gonna do this? I'll try to do a better job today, actually vlogging the journey of doing it, because I've realized lately, unfortunately, my videos seem to have become more boring, and I'm just sitting and talking. So I feel like I should be actively doing the thing. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. So this is day 1 of Josh. We're trying to do that more. This is exciting, guys. Hey, it's me. I'm at the computer here. I have well, my sister's playing music in the background, so that's exciting. And and I'm over here at Faden. If OBS, there we go. Hey, OBS started to work. Let's go, guys. Round of applause. I don't know why I felt like I had to do that. I'm writing scene number 3, exterior round tables day. Let's go. All right, and I already have kind of the scene almost inside of Blender, kind of made up and stuff. I know what I want. Just what happens is confusing. It's right over here in the second monitor that I do not have set up so that you can see. So just imagine it's a list of cool things. I'm trying to dig deeper and feel into Jane Dasher's character. Now, fun thing about Jane Dasher was a while ago, she was Betty Fleetfoot's cousin, okay? But now she's not her cousin anymore, okay? She's just her best friend. Just casually is her best friend. So this character is pretty important, but what I need to figure out is, what does Jane fear? What's her what's the one thing that what's her greatest fear? And I think her greatest fear is, wait for it, guys, not being heard and not listen, or people not listening to her. So she's an ultra extrovert, basically the opposite of me. Imagine me, introvert, doesn't like to talk to people, gets nervous around people. Jane is the opposite. She gets her energy from talking to people, and is yeah, basically an extrovert. She's super adventurous. I have it all up here on the Giga whiteboard. Super fun. Anyhow, one thing I hate about holding my microphone is that I have to hold the microphone. It's a problem, actually, for real. Anywho, yes, harvests, not the Sharpie. That's bad. The non-Sharpie, dry erase marker. Let's go, guys. And I'm just gonna add up here, because I started to erase things, and then hey, you can still see me. Let's go. That's awesome. Anyways, this is a moving, living whiteboard, sort of things will get erased, and then I add things again. It's weird. Anyways, who cares? So yeah, her greatest fear now is not being heard. I like that a lot. So yeah, that's why I felt like I should record it. So in the next clip, I'm going to be doing something important, clearly. So extrovert, adventurous, well-spoken, a bit proud, moral point of view. Actually, yeah, I kind of like this whole moral point of view thing. I don't want to write on that. I get distracted really easily, apparently. Yeah, people can change, and she will help them change. Part of her extrovertedness. I like this character as a character. Not I don't want to be like that necessarily, but yeah. And she relates to Betty as a very close friend, and very honestly, painfully so sometimes, which is really important. It's just why she gives the theme stated. it's like this painful truth that Betty needs to learn throughout the movie, which is really cool, I feel like. Anyways, let's write down that like fear. She needs to feel like I'm not left-handed, but I'm writing with my left. That's better. Okay, let's switch it around. But skill. Okay. Hey, I forgot I can write like and talk at the same time. What a novel concept, guys. Wow. That's so cool. Okay. Yeah, right, your fear. I could see the logic in having like some people like they just love to talk and then like they don't stop talking. It's definitely not me right now. And I could see that fear being justified by this deep rooted fear that people will not listen to them. So once they have your attention, they will not stop and they will just keep talking and talking and talking. I actually don't know like the root of that syndrome, which is like I'm not judging you if that's you, you know, it's just like it's not me. So anyways, I think that'll work for this character. That's basically what I'm trying to say, and I'm really happy about that right now. So yeah, we'll talk about how long is too long to work on one thing later, after it's been too long. Science. Oh, also, by the way, guys, if you are interested in like basically everything that's on that whiteboard back there, there's a lot of like random things, like basically just about the movie, and it's a whole bunch of spoilers, probably, technically speaking, so don't read it actually. But if you want to read it, I put it all inside of a Google Doc form, which is right there. It has the beat sheet. Well, as I'm working through this project, the beat sheet and stuff, just everything about this project, basically storytelling wise, is in that file. So if you become an elite Discord server subscriber, link in the description. Only $2.99 a month if you want to support this project and me, because I am the project. Just joking. Actually, I am the project. Think about it, guys. Yeah, you can do that. It ends. You get my eternal thanks. And there's a fun chat. I do like live streams, which actually is a fun fact, because like this is being live streamed right now. I don't think there's anyone watching, because if there is someone watching right now, that'd be awkward, because I really got into the weeds here. But you know, it's still whatever. So yeah, there's the shameless plug, call to action, I guess, for the video, other than this like whole subscribing. Well, this shot is nice and overexposed, but it is, let's see, 3:05. I have about an hour, maybe 2 hours more of work that we're gonna hopefully get done today. And well, I'm busy rewriting. Wow, what a novel concept. So there's a few things that I actually want to get done today, or in this clip, I guess. I don't know why I said today. All right, there we go. Yes, switched microphones. We're at the computer, guys. We're really advanced. Okay, wow. What that annoys me is like when I'm writing, I'll want to keep doing the same like thing over and over again with the character. Like I want them to. For me, it's hard to communicate what I want to basically to happen on screen with words without it being repetitive. And it's like, you know, I don't want the person to like, it looks boring like this right now, you know? It's like Jane lets out her car, and it's like, and exaggerated. Maybe that's what it should be like. Let me think. Let's see. Betty Fleetfoot. It's like, I hate when we do this. Jane lets out her car, and Betty's continues, it's trespassing. And then Jane is like, you know? And then Betty continues. She's on like a little rant right now. And my family could never. And then, you know, finally it's like 1, 2, 3, you know, because we have Jane does her groan, then another groan, and then finally Jane comes in with her little speech, which is actually the theme stated right here. Not sold on the dialogue. I'm going to have my sister, hopefully, who's right there. She can't hear me though. She has headphones on. Have her help me hopefully with dialogue and stuff, because dialogue is super duper important. Honestly, it's funny that like, and I guess it's not funny that I'm rewriting, but it is also kind of because my family, one of their like they all really liked the movie, and I can't move away from the microphone too much. Okay, they all really liked the movie and stuff, the previs, because for you guys who are new, I already did like a version of this movie. It's an hour and 46 minutes long. And it was like the whole previs, and that was like a whole big thing. And if you guys will actually want to see that, which you don't, trust me, you don't want to see it, but you can join the Elite Discord server subscribers, and you can see it there. You really don't want to see it though. But anyhow, one of the things that my dad was like, you know, that might need some fine tuning. Well, not really the story, which is funny, because everyone was like, yeah, the story has chops, is what they say, I guess. I don't know. But it was the dialogue. The dialogue is what was like, you know, some of it was a little rough, apparently. Not too bad, but like. That's one thing they did mention. So anyways, I get to work on that still more, even though I'm like structurally rewriting some of the scenes, a lot of the scenes, actually maybe all the scenes. I don't know yet. I'm just dealing with the flow, honestly speaking, you know. This is, you know, I have no idea where this is actually going necessarily, which is part of the fun. It's all a journey, right? So anyhow, I'm going to get back to work here and work and fade in, continue the journey, and rewriting the scene. And I'm gonna make this Jane lets out in a pain sigh. Pain. I guess maybe at heart I'm like a writer. Maybe not though. I don't know, because I just like when things look good and it's like, satisfying. Let's go, you know. Jane. Okay, and we want to change up how it's said. This is not necessary though. Seriously, you don't need to do this, Joshua, but I want to so badly. Jane groans. Jane heaves. There we go. Heaves out a pain sigh. Is that how you spell sigh? Looks sometimes. Does this ever happen to you guys? You'll be like, you'll be writing and then suddenly like you'll look at a word and be like, what is that? Like I had that problem with my name once. I remember I was like Joshua, like what? Something I freaked out. And it was weird. I was like, dude, what have I done? Like my name, like what is that? And like sometimes you look at a word too much and it's just like, who came up with that? That's weird. Like, don't let that happen. It's scary. Anywho, I have a keyboard literally that controls this camera, but I don't know where I put it. I don't have OBS like on any of my monitors right now, but technically, that should have zoomed into my face. I actually have no idea if it's working right now. Hey, let's go. It's working. Sorry, things like that just make me so happy sometimes, which is totally not concerning at all. Anyhow, sorry, it's way too much fun. Custom hotkeys, yeah, let's go. Just a random keyboard I have. Anyways, I need to stop talking about that. It's pretty stupid, not gonna lie, but it is fun. You know what? This works. Jane responds with a groan. You know, sometimes it's the small things that just do it for me. Okay, so we have I hate when it's just like, you know, she's like, I hate when we do this, and then cut to Jane. It's like she's heard this speech before, basically, and then cut to Betty. It's trespassing. Cut to Jane. She's like, ugh. Okay, and then Betty continues. Cut back to Betty. And my family could never. And then Jane comes in. Betty, I like to watch her. Okay, wait. I don't remember how I set this line up. Okay, that's interesting. So Jane's like, Betty, I like to watch the horses too, but you don't need to do something that makes you different. Your family loves you just. Your family loves you just. Wait, your family loves you. Okay. I don't know how I like that, but your family loves you how you. Your family loves you how you are. I like just how you are. It's super duper cliche, but whatever. Who cares? Once again, we can dial in the dialogue. What you get what I'm trying to say, I think. Your family loves you. Your family loves you how you are. Your family loves you how you are. Your family loves you how you are. Sorry, I know it looks like I'm a psychopath. Your family loves you just how you are. There's nothing to prove. Sorry, earlier I was doing this in a British accent, and for some reason it helps. And my family could never. Betty, I like to. Okay, I can't do it right now. Or I like to watch the horses too, but you don't need to do something that makes you different. Your family loves you how you are. Oh, for some reason, a different accent, it works. I don't know, that's weird. Your family loves you just how you are. Your family loves you how you are. Your family loves you how you are. Your family loves you how you are. Oh, it works. Okay, you have to say it the right way. Okay, whatever. There's nothing to prove. There is nothing to prove. All right, I think I have that line. I think I like that enough to just move on. And then irritated and unsatisfied, Betty looks into the field. Looks away to the, so that, and yeah, infers that she was, yeah, so something I often forget, I find, is I totally forget to, I keep doing this, I keep moving away, and I keep forgetting that this is the microphone you guys are listening to me. I'm used to be like holding the microphone so I can go wherever I want, you know, but I forget to add screen direction, which is super duper important. Like if someone other than you is going to read the script, you have to have some sort of screen direction, but you can't add too much. It's like, you know, this balance, which is super hard. So yes, the question, how long is too long? Great question, yeah. But before that, it's the evening. So, good evening. It is the end of day 520 in my journey in making a feature film. And how I like to say it is inside of Blender, but honestly, I've not touched Blender for 2 weeks probably, or something like that, honestly speaking. But that's going to change tomorrow, guys, because tomorrow I'm doing a live stream, which means it's a Blender day. Normally, I try to use Blender on live streams because honestly, I do not do well writing inside of live streams, which I can attest to today. Because today I managed to get a whopping 100 words written or something like that. And, the question of like, is that an absolute failure? Kind of comes to my mind. But I actually don't think that's failure. Because the road to success is taking the path of failure 1,000 times until you realize it's failure. And then you go up success. Hey, science boy. Okay, I don't know. I was watching/listening to a podcast earlier, and they said something along the lines of that, and it was like, it's true. Let's go. So I'm honestly having a hard time writing this scene number 3. It's, of course, scene number 1, I spent forever trying to find that opening image that I was really looking for, and, coming up with different ideas and brainstorming and all these things. But for some reason, I'm having a hard time fitting what I want to fit in the scene 3 in scene 3. The order of things. And all right, I'll be honest. There's one specific thing that's really causing the problem. I think the biggest issue right now, honestly speaking, is, that I want to follow this whole Save the Cat story structure to a T, and I'm probably overexposed right now. Well, bummer. Okay. I'll just move myself like over here or something. I found with this new camera that it does that all the time, which is awesome. Yay. But the theme stated is supposed to happen in the first 5 pages of the script, and I religiously want to follow that. I love following rules. I hate following rules. I hate following rules. Like I often say I love following rules, but then often I'm like, that's a rule. Let's break that. Make good thumbnails on YouTube. No, let's not do that. Oops, just hit the table. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, I keep moving the theme stated, that line that Jane says to Betty Fleetfoot. I keep moving it because I want it to happen on page 5, right on page 5. And it's super duper hard to make that work. I have to let go of that. I almost am certain, even though it's really, really hard, because it's super stupid actually. It's just some random guy just came up with like, oh guys, in the first 5 pages, we should have this this theme stated. That's like a completely made up thing that I keep falling for, which is really stupid, I guess, now that I think about it. Now that I say that out loud, I guess I shouldn't be having so much a hard time. But the order of the scene really does matter a lot. So yeah. Anyhow, even though like I didn't get like more than like I barely got anything written. I mean, I got some good lines. I got a lot of thought out and did a whole bunch of small things that I didn't get anything like, whoa guys, look at me, like I got all this crazy stuff done, and I can't pretend like it works like that, because it doesn't. It does not work like that. Like, it really does not. So how long is too long? How long do you keep going on the same project before you realize it's time to take a break, or time to take a pause, or time to quit? That's the scariest part. I do not know. Wow, that was a bust. Wow, what a shocker. But it is a good question, which is why I'm gonna go talk about it. Like right now, I'm just gonna talk about it. So, I feel like, honestly, which is a dangerous saying, like, yo, what you feel ain't real, as my mom would say or something. And she wouldn't say it like that, but whatever. I feel like you'll know, or I'll know, when it's time to end a project, But I don't often, which is the problem. So I guess having someone there who you can kind of be like, hey guys, I'm having this like massive issue right now, and I don't know if this project is even worth like still working on and stuff. Talk about it like with someone who I guess you need an unbiased person, and that's super hard to find. But even if they're biased one way or the other, it's still just saying it, getting it out is super important, I feel like. So when I'm struggling with, do I want to keep going on this project, which is a real struggle. Like sometimes I'm like, really, I mean, I love this project so much, and I love making movies and stuff. It's just, yeah, it's so fun. But sometimes it's like, dude, what am I actually doing? And I had a low moment like a few weeks ago. Maybe it was, I don't know, 2 weeks ago now or something. And I made a video about it. I was like, my honest thoughts on why why this movie is so hard or something like that. So if you want to check out that video, it's on the channel, I guess. Also, I just want to apologize for like this footage looking so bad. That was totally my fault. And my brother's just editing and he thinks I was talking to him, so that's cool. Actually, that's so funny. Literally, me and my brother we're literally both editing at the same time. That's cool, guys. We're elites. We're not elite. Yeah. Bye. I just felt like saying that, and then realized I should stop this. I should definitely stop this recording right now. Okay, bye. All right, guys. So yeah, editing Joshua again. I swear I'm trying to make this a bad habit. Okay, but here we are anyhow. So I feel like I did a really bad job giving like my thoughts on when, like how long is too long to work on the same project. Okay, and this is like a legit like thing. Like seriously, how long is too long? And this is like a horrible position. I really should have like put this camera up on something, but whatever. We're just gonna go with it. So I think the first thing that like you should do before you start any project is set like the goals. Like what do you want to get out of this project? And I, honestly speaking, am horrible at this. I like to set goals, but then often like I totally don't actually do them. Um, like I'll start something and I like totally I'm not goals just like don't escape my mind. Nothing about it like crosses my mind. I just go and do it instead of like say, okay, what do I want to get out from this project? Like if I'm still working on the same thing in like 5 months, is that a problem? And if it is, then like do I just quit? Like what's the game plan sort of? So yeah, I guess that's something I'd encourage people to do. Like if you're planning on doing a short film or like a really epic render, like is the goal just to finish it? Wow, I got like dust all on my hands from this like rock here. Okay, cool. Anyhow, random, bro. Is the goal of the project just to make the project? Is it to do it in a certain amount of time? Is it to make a certain amount of money? Is it to level up your skill set or something? And once I guess the project fails to meet all the criteria, like absolutely, like completely, like just it doesn't like. So if your goal was to make $100 from this cool little animation, um, and I don't know, dude, I'm just making this up, and you wanted to learn about facial animation and motion capture, and you wanted to do it in 5 months, and you failed on all three of those, and it's 7 months later, and you're like broke, and you haven't learned anything, and then yeah, maybe that's a red flag. Maybe you should work on a smaller project or something. But if you're 4 months or if you're 5 months and 1 day into it, and you've met like two like or even just one of those goals, and you're really happy with that, um, well, maybe that's a sign you should keep going. So just um setting like realistic and not realistic goals. Haha, Joshua, what is that a joke, right? I'm really bad at that clearly, but well, do your best to do it. But seriously, yeah, I guess trying to set like goals so that you can look back and say, okay, is this project still this something I still want to do? I guess that's one of the best ways to know when something has gone on too long. And now with this project, what are my goals for this project? That's a great question, Joshua. Thanks for asking that. Me, that's kind of cringe, but honestly, that's something I do need to think about more often. I think the first thing is I just want to make a full movie. Okay, that like legitimately that really hurt. That's a corner right there. That is definitely a corner on that chair. Do not hit that. I legitimately love making films. I legitimately like honestly, that's a passion of mine. I like making films. I like telling stories. I like creating things. It's like it's a compulsive thing often. It really is. I love it. But um so that alone is a reason for me to keep going often. But I feel like there's another there should be another layer to it often. Um like so if that desire to just make movies goes away, does that mean I stop this project? That's a good question. Does that mean it? And I'm honestly that's like is that a rhetorical that's not a I can't ever remember if a rhetorical question is something I have to answer in the moment or not answer. I think it means I don't answer it right now. I think about it. So that means yeah, I'm not gonna answer that question right now because I need to think about that. These are like questions I could write down and actually like take a whole day and just like brainstorm and like, okay, when do I actually quit this project? Like, because a true masterpiece is never finished. It's only abandoned. Someone wiser than me wrote that, I think. I honestly, My friend Andrew, he says that all the time. Well, not all the time, but he said it multiple times. um, so yeah, I stole that from him. He's definitely stole it from someone else. So you can steal it from me now. Cover 24 terms and conditions apply. So I'm gonna leave you guys with that. I don't have all the answers. I definitely do not. But I hope that answers that if someone actually like looked at this video and said, "Oh yeah, I want to know when should I quit this project." If you're watching this video, maybe it's a sign you should continue, but maybe it's a sign you shouldn't. I don't know. I can't tell you that. You know like what's honestly best in your situation. It's a hard thing. Like sometimes the scariest thing out of the whole project is the end. You know, it sounds scary, but sometimes it's the beginning of something better. So you never know. You never know. And then honestly, if you learn one thing from the project, it's a W. That's my opinion. It's a W, okay? So, with all that, I'll leave you guys to the rest of the video. I can't remember where this clip goes because I literally finished editing this video and I was like, dude, this is not finished. Like, I can't just publish this. I was literally going to publish it. I was like, no, this is not, I'm not doing this. So, back to the video, and thanks for bearing with the editor Joshua, who's totally a different person. Definitely different editor. One more thing actually before you guys go. It is really important to take a break. And even though I've been taking a break for the last 2 weeks, or sorry, last week, more or less. Not like technically. Like, I didn't ever say to myself, I am taking a break. I gotta just accept that at the end of the day. But on Wednesdays, like I try to do live streams, and I'm gonna try to start that back up again. I constantly like, okay, guys, I'm gonna do live streams, and then I'm like, oh, I'm gone. But the last live stream I did was like 6 hours, so please give me a break, okay? It was an exception, right? So it is gonna be, I feel like, really good tomorrow to like take a break from writing the script and do something else creative, which is going to be what we're gonna be working on, Blender stuff. What exactly inside of Blender, I have no idea. So I need to do my prep work and jump into Blender and start doing something, which is always like a dangerous thing to do. So let's get started for tomorrow. So I'll edit this video and work on that then. So enjoy the journey, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye. Enjoy the journey.